Wolfgang Van Halen is no stranger to the weight of expectation. Stepping into the bassist role for one of rock's most iconic bands, he knew fans would inevitably compare him to his legendary predecessor, Michael Anthony. But in a recent interview, Wolfgang made it clear he never intended to replicate Anthony's style. Instead, he set out to carve his own musical identity within Van Halen. "I totally get why people would expect me to play like Mike," Wolfgang admitted. His impact on the band's sound was undeniable. But for me, it was never about copying what he did. I wanted to bring my own energy to the music. Having joined Van Halen in 2006, Wolfgang took a different approach to the bass, infusing it with a heavier, more aggressive sound. Mike's bass lines were incredibly melodic and supportive, he explained, but I wanted to give it more bite, more of a modern rock feel. Wolfgang credits his diverse musical influences, from classic rock and metal to funk, for shaping his distinct style. "It wasn't about forcing something new into Van Halen's sound," he said. "It was about honoring the legacy while also staying true to who I am as an artist." At the same time, Wolfgang acknowledged that certain iconic bass lines demanded respect. "There are moments in the catalog where you just don't mess with perfection," he said. "I always make sure to preserve what fans love, but in other places, I add my own twist to keep things fresh." Beyond his tenure in Van Halen, Wolfgang has found his own voice with his solo project, Mammoth WVH. "With Mammoth, it's all on me. I write, produce, and play everything myself," he said. "It's a completely different creative process, more introspective and personal." Despite the contrast between Van Halen's legacy and his own musical journey, Wolfgang sees both as essential parts of his evolution. "Being in Van Halen taught me about showmanship, dynamics, and how to serve the song," he explained. "But Mammoth WVH allows me to experiment and push my songwriting in new directions." As he continues to navigate both his family's legendary name and his own artistic ambitions, Wolfgang hopes fans recognize him as more than just Eddie Van Halen's son or Michael Anthony's replacement. "At the end of the day, it's about creating music that connects with people," he said. "I want to share my own story while honoring everything that came before." Wolfgang's decision to forge his own path, rather than mimic the past, is a testament to his authenticity as a musician. And with his solo career gaining momentum, it's clear he's building a legacy that stands on its own.